In this lecture, we'll talk about find the domain of the rational functions. Here, we want to remind everyone that denominator cannot be 0. For example, we have 0 divided by 3 is 0. But, 5 divided by 0 is not defined. Because here denominator is 0. That's the reason. Denominator is 0. We don't know what the answer we get. Okay. So here we want to say denominator is 0. So since that's the case, here in this expression, x plus 9 cannot be 0. Okay, x plus 9 cannot be 0. Then what do we get from here? If x plus 9 cannot be 0, both sides subtract 9, then you should have x cannot be negative 9. You see those two will be cancelled. X cannot be negative 9. That means what? That means from negative infinity to 9, 9 is not included. So here is round bracket. And then union negative 9. And then union negative 9 to infinity. Okay, that's it. Let me erase this part. Write it better. Negative 9. So if you use the set notation, that will be x is the representative element. Sometimes you use column, sometimes you use vertical line. So x cannot be negative 9. There are many ways. On the real number 9, if here is 0, here is negative 9, so you want to use an empty circle to represent that. Okay, and then from this side go to the right and go to the left. That's fine. And here, for this one was the solution. Here we have x plus 5 and x minus 9 cannot be 0. Okay, and then it tells us x plus 5 cannot be 0, and x minus 9 cannot be 0. Similarly, from here you can get x cannot be negative 5, and x cannot be positive 9. Again, if you plug in positive 9 here, 9 minus 9, you got 0. Okay? Yeah. So x minus 9, then you get x cannot be 9. Here x plus 9, x cannot be negative 9. See that? So with the set notation, you may write x cannot be -5, +9. Alright, the last one. The last one is x squared minus 9x cannot be 0. You pull x out, then you have x minus 9 cannot be 0. Then this tells us two things. One is x cannot be 0. Another is x minus 9 cannot be 0. So from here you have x cannot be 9. So then the domain is x cannot be 0. X cannot be 9. That's it. Okay. Indeed, here, if you plug in 0 here, you have 0 squared minus 9 times 0. 0 squared is 0, 9 times 9, 0. You will end up 0 here. Okay? So, if you exclude 0 and 9, the rest of the values is going to work because the denominator will never be 0. Okay? If you plug in values which are not 0 or 9. Alright? Okay. Please review this lecture. I'll see you next time.